MK Party Treasurer General Dr Thanti Mthanti has resigned from his role in the party with immediate effect. Party leader Jacob Zuma received Mthanti's letter of resignation and accepted it. He added his appreciation to Mthanti for his contribution and dedication to the organization. The party has noted that the decision was reached after careful consideration of Mthanti's personal and professional commitments. MK Party officials and its National High Command are currently in the process of identifying a suitable successor to fill this specific role. For more on this, we're joined by Dr Thanti Mthanti on this specific resignation. Good evening, Doctor. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good evening. Thanks to you and the viewers.
No, it's a pleasure to have you with us. So less than 2 months into the role, you've opted to tender your resignation, effective immediately. Why?
It's pretty simple, really. The party is evolving and it's growing very, very quickly. It needs a full-time Treasurer General. I've got other professional and business commitments and family commitments. I can't play that full-time role.
There are those who have said that everybody was fully aware of your professional role. You are a lecturer at the UCT. This was something that was expressed even when you took on this role. That what could have possibly changed now between then, or was it a lack of appreciation how big the role would be once you're in it?
Well, in the state of development of the party and what actually needs to be done, there's an effort right now to roll out infrastructure pretty much throughout the country. And the TG has got to oversee that. I simply do not have sufficient time to do so. Yes.
There's absolutely nothing else perhaps where I'm sure you've already seen that there've been a lot of speculation as to perhaps there could be something bigger at play here beyond just you actually lacking the time right now.
There's nothing bigger at play. There's actually nothing. It's just pure media speculation, pure social media speculation. There's nothing. The party is solid, it's stable, solid behind its leadership, solid behind the president. Yeah, so MK is solid.
And then so you've only just resigned as Treasurer General. Do you remain a member of the National High Command?
Yes, I remain a member, very much a member of the High Command, and I'll play a significant role there.
Now, as a member then of the National High Command, I suppose it's still within your purview to touch on a number of issues that continue to be in the media space in relation to the party, and specifically the infighting. Audio has been leaked, and there's certain quotes that have been attributed to some of your leaders where they have called for calm and for party members to stop squabbling, especially in the public space. Just talk to us about these issues around infighting that many are saying could possibly spell the end for the party if it continues unabated.
Well, there's no real infighting at leadership level. In regions, in some provinces, there are issues. I think the leadership collectively has been attending to that. And obviously some of the people that are dealt with and some of the things that are corrected lead to other people opposing or vocalizing their opposition. But the leadership is dealing with that. MK is a huge party, probably the second biggest party in the country currently, right? Possibly. It's a huge party with millions of supporters. So there's bound to be some level of differences. As long as the leadership collective, the top 8 is united, the National High Command is united, the leadership structures of the party will impose their will on the party and make sure that there's stability.
But is there an ability to impose this will? That if we had to lend from the principle of democratic centralism, is the centre holding in this respect?
The centre is holding. I think you've seen us take action in KZN. We are taking action in Mpumalanga. The centre is holding, and the will of the party is being imposed. The question of discipline, the question of democratic centralism, that the higher structure, once a decision is taken, is binding on lower structures, I think it's coming to come through very clearly.
The decision, though, to expand or strengthen the structures across the country, is it not one that will probably be quite challenging? Because we've seen even with parties like the ANC where some have said, if you're going to grow your membership, it comes with a lot of problems. It becomes a broad church, if you will. And with that, there are many competing interests and ideologies that cannot actually be contained at times. So is there still that appetite to continue to grow and strengthen these structures nationally and perhaps grow your membership, where you're seeing that already with just the membership that you have now, there seems to be a lot of infighting where people don't seem to be taking the instruction from the leadership?
MK is not some regional party. MK is not some small Stockville somewhere that's meant to remain small. It's the next government of the country. So the question of rolling out structures nationally, it's not even something we debate internally. We are currently the opposition, the official opposition. The next target is in 2029. We'll form a government, we'll constitute a government. For that to happen, we have to see growth in all the provinces. The party is revolutionary in character, and the key issues is that we want to take over the state and change the lives of our people. Without state power, we can't change those lives. So the question of MK remaining small, remaining with its current members because there are issues. Obviously, when a party grows, there are always growing pains.
Not necessarily doing away with the rollout to strengthen the structures in the certain provinces, but the membership, that when some say perhaps you have to curtail membership, that you would enjoy support of others who continue to vote for the party, but perhaps vet the membership, because at this point you have a lot of internal strife where there is that infighting. You believe you would never...
of elites. There's a mass character to the party. If we become an elitist party, you will start to have a party that goes in its own way to serve the interests of the leaders. We are a mass-based party, and we want to be present and contest power in all provinces. And we will decisively take power in the 2029 general elections.
And what has been the final word from the High Command insofar as perhaps bringing in your replacement? Will it be some sort of a transition because you have resigned effective immediately? Is there somebody who's taking over right now, at least in the interim, acting in your position, or there will be some sort of a handover?
There will be a handover. There will be a handover process to the new TG. I believe the President is in consultations with the top 8 officials and with the National High Command, looking for the ideal successor. And the successor will be announced in due course. I will work very closely with them. The President has asked me to help set up, advise on the setup of financial control systems, etc. in the party. So I'll be doing that in partnership with the new Treasurer General.
All right, Doctor, thank you very much for joining us this evening. That was Dr. Thanti Mthanti, the former or outgoing MK Party Treasurer General, speaking to us there.